Now, if you want to break down the black electorate and figure out where exactly is this declining support for Joe Biden coming from, take a look at this age breakdown. Look here. If you look at those black voters age 50 and over, they're still overwhelmingly supporting Joe Biden. Look at that, 85% to 8%. But look at black voters under the age of 50. Donald Trump, in a recent average of polls, is getting, get this, 27% support from them. Joe Biden at just 64%. So, you know, we were talking about, you heard that interview, can't treat black voters as a monolith. This age breakdown shows it. It shows that younger black voters are far less supportive of the president than older black voters are.
Yeah, that is huge, that number there. What kind of impact are we talking about? What kind of impact could this have on the election, Harry?
Yeah, you know, obviously those are national polls. But let's say that we funneled this down to the state level, right? This declining level of support among black voters for Joe Biden. What type of damage would that do to him in the Electoral College? Well, if you just took that into account and you didn't shift any other voters, take a look here. In 2020, based upon the current apportionment, Joe Biden would win 303 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 235. But take into account that shift among black voters. Now, with just this shift among black voters, Donald Trump wins in the Electoral College, 291 electoral votes to 247. Why is that? Take a look at the states that shift. You would see that the states that shift are Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, where Kevin is right now, and Wisconsin. That alone would do it, and that is why black voters are so pivotal to Joe Biden's chances to win re-election.
Harry Enton, alarms going off on the Democratic side, a big opening for Republicans. That is an alarm right there. Harry
Absolutely. It's a huge alarm. It's spiraling. It's ambulance. It's police sirens. It's any alarm you can think of. That should be what's going off on the Democratic side. These numbers, to be honest, could be deadly to Joe Biden's campaign.
CNN is sounding the alarm. It's a 5-alarm fire for the imploding Biden campaign. And it got even worse since that news segment. A new poll just dropped that has the Democrats panicking beyond their worst nightmares. And this is all happening as Biden is absolutely humiliated in deep blue Philadelphia. Gang, you are not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, here is your chance at getting even with the likes of Nancy Pelosi. You know that she and her ilk have been getting insider trading secrets for decades now, enabling them to beat the market every single year. But thanks to a little-known SEC database, well, guess what? We can have access to the very same trading secrets that these politicians are privy to. We get to see what stocks corporate CEOs are buying up in real time, and then we get to piggyback on their trades to gain the same advantage for ourselves that Pelosi and the crooks in D.C. have. My friend Ross Givens has been tracking insider trading for years now, and his recommendations have led to investment returns of over 200%. Some of it as high as nearly 1,500%, and now it's your turn. Click on that link below right now and learn how you too can learn to trade like Pelosi. Click on that link and learn how to gain an insider advantage for yourself today. Joe Biden was in the city of Philadelphia the other day, and let's just say it wasn't pretty. Now, I want to show you how Biden surrogates and the legacy media try to pull the wool over your eyes, okay? This is a picture from the event on a Democrat hack's Twitter account, this guy, Harry Sisson. A packed house at his rally in Philly today. A packed house, right? And you see it for yourself. Take a look at this packed house. Shows how excited people are for Sleepy Joe, for Shoe Shuffle Joe. But then, unfortunately for this Democrat hack, Steve Nelson of the New York Post published this picture. It's a wider picture. It's of the whole gymnasium. The event was in Girard College. Now, keep in mind, this is in the heart of Philadelphia. It's the bluest of blue regions in the nation. And look at the turnout. Now, keep in mind, at no point among any of Biden's lackeys do we see a single picture of the entire gymnasium. This is the only one. And you can compare the two. Count the windows on the right side of the gymnasium in this Democrat hacks picture. Note there's 3 sets of 3. Do you see that? Now let's go to the New York Post picture. Count the windows again. Start from the far right corner. You got the 3 sets of 3, and that's exactly where the audience stops. Gang, Biden was speaking to a half half-empty hall, a half-empty gymnasium. And again, this is key. Biden couldn't fill up a school gym in Democrat-run Philadelphia. Now, you compare that to the 30,000 that came out for Trump in the South Bronx last Thursday night. 30-plus thousand in one of the bluest of blue districts in the entire nation. And Biden is speaking to half-empty venues inside a Democrat stronghold. And as all of this is going on in Philly, another poll just dropped that's giving Democrats a whole other reason to panic. Look at the latest coming out of the state of Virginia, the otherwise reliably blue state of Virginia. The latest Roanoke College poll, a historically very accurate poll, I'll show you that in a moment, has Trump and Biden tied. The state of Virginia, a state that voted for Biden by 10 points in 2020, is now officially in play. This is absolutely stunning. Now, Democrats are currently doing what they do best. They're doing everything they can to dismiss the poll, ignore it, downplay it. But as our good friend Rich Barris over at the People's Pundit points out, this same polling outlet, Roanoke College, was off by only 1 in 2020. They had Biden up by 11. He ended up winning by 10. Roanoke College polling is generally very good when it comes to assessing the state of the race in Virginia. They generally poll within the margin of error. And so this poll showing a tie, again, in a state where Biden had won by 10 points, is absolutely devastating for Democrats. Gang, this is a 13-point swing for Trump. And it's comparable with what we're seeing in Minnesota as well. In Minnesota, the lone state that voted for Mondale in 84, the RCP average, the Real Clear Politics polling aggregate that averages out all the polling that's been done in Minnesota. Look at this. Biden's leading by an average of just 2 points in freaking Minnesota. Trump is expanding the electoral map. He's forcing Biden to spend money in states that Biden should be leading in by double digits. They shouldn't even be contested. Take a look at the latest electoral map from 538. That's Nate Silver's organization. Right now, as we speak, if you average out all the polls that have been taken over the last several months, particularly in the battleground states, Trump is crushing Biden with 312 electoral votes. Now, keep in mind that's, I believe, 6, 8, I forget how many more that is than in 2016, which itself was a feat because Trump was the first Republican to win over 300 electoral votes since 1988. Now he's sitting comfortably at 312. I mean, we're looking at a floor right now of about 300 electoral votes. Take a look at the latest from Decision Desk. Decision Desk is giving the Republicans a 51% chance at a trifecta, winning the White House, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. Democrats only have a 16% chance at a trifecta. And given the state of the Senate races, I think that's frankly being generous. But Decision Desk is giving the Republicans a better than 50% chance of sweeping all three chambers, as it were. Now, again, I want to hammer this home. Let's bring this full circle with what we heard at the beginning with CNN sounding the alarm here. This is all because President Trump has found the political sweet spot. He's galvanizing the rural white vote at the same time he's getting record support from the urban non-white vote. So he's maximizing the rural vote like he did in 2016, 2020. Remember, even if Hillary had gotten Barack Obama's share of the black vote in 2016, she would have still lost precisely because she lost the white vote by that much. Trump is maximizing the rural white vote while at the same time minimizing the Democrat non-white urban vote by shaving away from Biden's margins. So that's the political sweet spot for Trump. He's maximizing the rural vote for himself while minimizing the urban vote for Biden. And here's the irony. That sweet spot looks to only get stronger if Trump is convicted in court. You heard that here first. That sweet spot is only going to get stronger because it's made up of the two major demographics that feel the most gypped by the system. Rural white voters and urban non-white voters are the ones who feel most disenfranchised by our political and judicial system. So if Trump gets convicted, we may see his poll numbers actually skyrocket as a result. That 5-alarm fire may just get even louder. Here's your opportunity to tell big tech tyrants where they can stick it. Click on that link below and download our brand new cancel-proof Turley Talks app, and you can sign our special declaration of restoration. That's our petition to big tech that declares a new day is dawned. They are no longer in control, and we are taking our nation back. We've already got over 1,000 signatures of courageous patriots, and yours is next. Click on that link below or go to fight.turleytalks.com right now.